Okay, we're ready.
I'm not live yet, but I think there's like a lag.
Okay, I can see, well, I saw Romeo's presentation of the presentation up.
Okay, here we
Okay,
are. So welcome everyone to the Hangout. This is our Pura Vida Project Leadership Tribe live Hangout. We have these Hangouts on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern every week. And this week we have a really special presentation and we have some really awesome guests and an extra special guest, our mentor. So we're just going to dive right into the content. My name is Kat. I'm coming to you from Costa Rica. And today we're going to talk about how to build your business and how to explode it. So we're going to get into a presentation, but before that, I actually really am excited to bring out Lawrence Tam onto the panel. Lawrence, I met Lawrence actually in Costa Rica with Romeo. It was like, what, like 3 years ago, and
Yep.
Lawrence has just been an incredible mentor. So thank you so much for being here, Lawrence. I'll just pass the floor over to you.
Well, thank you for having me, Kat and Romeo. Love you guys. We've been on a long journey together, and it's amazing. And I think I think the very first time I met you guys was in Costa Rica, and it just seems like forever ago, right? It seems like forever ago. And during that time, you guys really haven't stopped growing and haven't stopped growing your brand. And I believe that's one of the things we'll be talking about today is growing your brand. You guys have grown over that time. So a lot of people, they'll go like, I don't understand this. I don't know how to build that business. And then in 2 years' time, you check back with them, they haven't grown, right? So let me tell you something a little bit about me. My name is Lawrence Tam. I am a seven-figure earner with a company called Empower Network. I have generated probably about 75,000 leads on the internet since 2008. My specialty is blogging, SEO, and social media marketing. Income disclaimer, results will vary, but my best month on the internet was over 210,000 using webinars, lists, and paid traffic. But that best month was zero paid traffic. Now, how does that work? It's because your brand, you stack on the credibility of who you are and why someone would want to work with you, right? So the difference is this. The difference is this. If you're building a business around selling, let's say, $5 sandwiches, then you're on a volume-based model. You got to sell thousands of them, to make the money you really want to make. And then if you're in a high-ticket model, you got to sell, let's say you're selling a $50,000 coaching package. You can sell a couple. Now, in our business, you should be mixing both. You should have low-ticket, medium-ticket, high-ticket, and continuity. But why would someone buy from you? I mean, someone buying a sandwich from you versus someone buying a car from you, those should be very different types of communication, and the brand really sticks out, right? I don't know if anyone here has actually sold houses before. If you can sell a house, you can sell marketing, you can sell TV, you can sell whatever you want. But the flip side is, if you've ever sold anything in your life, you can sell a house too. The only thing is just the connection between the person you're communicating with and can you build a rapport with them to answering what they want and why they feel they should buy from you. Because the minute you make your audience or your customer or your prospect feel like they're not important or you're not answering to their needs, they'll buy from someone else. And maybe you've experienced that. Maybe you've generated 10 leads in a day and you're doing that, consistently for 60 days and you're not making any money yet or you're not getting traction yet. You got to look at it. How am I talking to my prospects? How am I talking to my audience? And Kat and Romeo have cracked this. I think she showed me some stats recently. Hopefully she'll share it with you guys. I saw one stat, 50 cent cost per click to her website, and she's converting at a very high rate. Normally, you have to pay much more than that to get a much quality click. But she's able to do that without even picking up the phone. She's in the jungles. I mean, I don't know where you're watching this. She's literally in a jungle making money on the internet because she's building a rapport with someone without actually picking up the phone because she's giving the viewer, the prospect, the lead, something to attach to. Maybe because it's her smile, maybe it's the writing style, maybe it's a video that talks about her why. Whatever it is, that brand starts to come out and they go, wow, I really like this person because everyone else before I talked to just kind of just wanted to sell to me, or they didn't really respect my time. So a lot of times you'll go online, and see, the thing is, we're all consumers. We all buy stuff. The reason I know that, we all live somewhere, right? You bought something, you bought a computer, you bought a house. We're all consumers. But to flip that, you need to treat the people you want to treat yourselves, treat them with respect. And Kat and Romeo do that in a very good, elegant way, and they do it from the internet. And I truly, truly respect how they've grown over time. I can't take credit for all that they've done. I mean, I've only talked to them a couple times and give them some guidance, give them some help. But they've really, dug in, built their brand out, really focused on their traffic, and they're making it happen. So I would highly recommend you take some good notes and pay attention to what they're about to give to you, because it's very valuable, and her time is valuable and your time is valuable. So let's make it productive, and let's see what we got next.
Thank you so much, Lawrence. Thank you so much. You are awesome. I love you. This has been an awesome journey with you, and thank you for that intro as well. Let's just dive right in, guys. So I'm actually going to be sharing a presentation here. So I don't know if Myra, if you could choose the screen. We're kind of doing it with Romeo's screen. It's showing?
Yes, it's showing now.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to talk about how to build your business, or how to brand your business like a boss and explode, but actually kaboom your success online. So we'll just dive right into it. And Lawrence hit on so many important points that we're actually going to be covering today, because it really is, at the end of the day, about being able to establish a relationship. This is how this is what we've built our brand off of, and really I believe that every best brand out there is doing that. It's establishing a relationship and a connection with the audience. So let's dive into the first slide. Yeah, I made slides. So we're actually going to go over, the 5 basics that, these are kind of like the principles that we've pretty much built off of. So, sorry, just give me 1 sec, because the screen is, okay, there we go. So in order to kind of move forward, we're going to go through these principles, but really you need to understand, cultivate, and master these to gain success in your business. And it really is all about that. It's about, it's not like, as Lawrence mentioned, it is part of a journey, but I know that if you really implement these things into your business, you can get started, ahead by leaps and bounds of everybody else. So let's go on to the first main principle. And this actually may surprise you, because a lot of people think business, right? And there's actually a reason that this webinar is called How to Build Your Business, but really the business is you, okay? And I was kind of going between, how do you build you, or how do you build your business? But they're interchangeable, and for me they are interchangeable. And really, this probably may surprise you, but if you don't have this first principle down, I've seen a lot of businesses come and go in just the past 3 years. People starting up, people opening companies, people getting started in businesses, and just not making it through, and shutting down, or jumping from company to company, or trying this thing and then trying that thing. And really, I believe it's because this isn't clear, that they're not clear on their business vision. And what does this really mean? It means you have to be clear on what you want. What kind of a business do you want to build? How will your business look in 1 year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years? And this is that vision that is going to get you through, and this is kind of like that foundation. If you don't build on this foundation of a strong vision, a vision that you are tapped in with and clear on, without this, you're literally building a business on sand near the water. Like near, where the waves are crashing, and that first wave is literally just going to take your business with it. And that's what I've seen happen. Multiple businesses get hit by a wave. We all encounter challenges. There's always things that come up. I mean, this is a process of learning, right? Entrepreneurship is a process of learning, but you can't shut down and shut your doors with one wave, right? If you can build your business on a strong foundation, right, on a rock, then nothing can shake it, right? Then you can really build off of it. And this is that first really important principle, getting clear on your vision. Whatever, you know, wherever you are in your journey, whether you are already running a business, whether you are maybe you've been running a business and it's just, you know, it's not happening. Maybe it's not taking off. Maybe you're getting to the point where you're discouraged, or you just kind of left it on the back burner. Or if you're at a point where you're thinking about it, right, where you're thinking about starting a business, doesn't matter where you are on your journey, this is something you have to get clear on, right? Take out a piece of paper and write exactly what it is you want to see in your business. How do you want to see your business? How do you envision your business? Right? This is something Romeo and I did when we started, and we continue to revisit this. This isn't something that just happens once. You will continue to revisit your vision, and it will grow. You know, this is the amazing thing. Your vision will expand as you go forward, but it has to start somewhere, okay? So this is that very first primary, really important principle. And next, okay, you have your vision, right? Now you need to establish your core message, and it's like your mission statement, right? What is the message that you're leading with to your audience? What is the message that you want to go out there into the world with? And, you know, I urge you to think about big companies, you know, companies like Nike, companies like Pepsi, companies that have, you know, just, you know, made it across the whole world. They all have like a message. They have a core message, and really you know, if you really think about it, their message is always very simple, right? It is very simple. It doesn't have to be complex. And, you know, the point is to stick to it, right? What do you think of when you think of Nike? Just do it, right? It's very simple, but it does convey a message, right? It speaks to a certain audience, and it sticks to that message, right? Whatever business you think of, whatever business model, they have a message, right? And that's kind of like your mission statement. So this is already building off, right, your next kind of foundational piece, right, on top of that first one, right? And you're starting to build a business that really is going to stand the test of time. So, sorry, I have cats in the background climbing walls. Okay, next slide, please. So, you know, as you can see, the business does start with you, right? It starts with your vision, it starts with your message, but you obviously need to connect with your audience. And this is kind of that, this is something you need to consider. Like at the end of this presentation, you're going to see that all of these really connect to each other. They do stand alone, but they are very, very interconnected. And I'm going to say that a lot of people face challenges on this point. And the reason is, and you know, I thought about this too before, and I kind of learned it along the way, but people also start businesses where they only think of themselves. They don't actually consider the question of, you know, can my product or service actually help someone? Can it actually provide someone with value? It's kind of like people start businesses sometimes purely for selfish reasons because they want to, right? They think that maybe, oh, because I have this idea, then maybe people will just buy it. People will just want it. And there's no research, there's nothing to back it, and it's kind of like they flop because they never even thought of if their audience will gain value from it, right? And I kind of wanted to give you 2 examples of this, right? So let's say there's a franchise business. Like, let's go to something that, you know, everyone knows. Let's say McDonald's, right? There's a franchise business in McDonald's. And obviously, McDonald's has a market, right? Okay, I'm not going to say anything against or for McDonald's here. This is not a judgment on McDonald's and what they sell. But they obviously have a market, right? They make a lot of money. They have a lot of restaurants. And so, you know, if let's say I was a business owner and I wanted to buy a restaurant, would I go to a company that's established, right? And, you know, possibly bypass a lot of pain by selling something that's already been kind of put out there into the marketplace, right? And I'm not saying that you can't do a startup. I'm not saying that you can't start from scratch. but the credibility aspect too may not be there for, if you're starting something that hasn't been tested, hasn't been researched, if you don't know if there's actually a market for it, right? And either way, you're going to have to do the research. You're going to have to figure out if there is an audience for it, right? But I kind of wanted to give you that example here because, we're online. I don't know if you can hear my cat. We do online affiliate marketing. And just to give you kind of a short on Romeo and I's journey, we got started because we read The 4-Hour Workweek. And we wanted to model after the idea of building a Muse business from scratch and creating an income online that would allow us to be independent, location independent, and have time freedom, and then be able to build a business, right? Kind of like running on systems online. And we got started by creating our own product. That's cool. Everything's cool with that. We did the research. There was a market for it, but we just didn't know how to market it. And it's kind of like we kind of faced all these challenges because we realized that there was a lot of skills we had to learn, and it was going to take a certain amount of time. So what did we do? Well, we figured out, what skills can really help us. The skills of marketing, the skills of being able to know how to build audiences, how to connect people to products, right? And, online, maybe you've heard of affiliate marketing. What is affiliate marketing? It's kind of a similar idea to having like a franchise business, right? It's something that's already been established, something that's been created, the product is there, and now all you have to do is actually see, is there a market for it? And that's really easy to see because, is the company having success? Are people in the company having success? If the answer is yes, then it's a go ahead, right? Of course, there's also questions of, is it something that resonates with you, right? I always want to sell something that I can stand behind. And so Romeo and I decided we're going to do affiliate marketing online. We found products that we really believed in, products that we have used and we do use and gain a ton of value from. And so we know that it also provides value to the marketplace, and we know there is a market for it. So this is kind of that, a bit of that background on connecting with your core audience, right? Knowing that there is an audience out there, knowing how to connect with them, understanding your business model and knowing if, is there credibility established already? At what point in the process is the business? Is it at a point where it's still trying to take off? Is it at a point where it hasn't really penetrated the marketplace, right? These are all questions that are really important. And this is why I find a lot of people kind of get stuck at this point because they don't kind of think this far. And there is kind of, this multi-layered thing to this, right? So, I hope that example of that franchise business kind of makes it make more sense. So going on to the next slide. This is the fun part. I really call this the fun part, right? You have your foundation built, right? You have a product, and you know that there's an audience for it, right? And you have your core message. You pretty much, this is like the beginning of your brand, right? You are branding yourself, and we're actually going to bring out, we have really awesome panelists here from the Leadership Tribe, and I want to show you different examples of this, right? They're all on different parts of their journey, but I want to show you how the way that we approach business, as Lawrence mentioned, Romeo and I went out and we branded ourselves, right? We were the business, and we had a core message, and we have a core message, and we endorse and we stand behind certain products, but we are the front end of it, right? Just like you'll see with the people on the panel and how they've been able to create success and really put themselves out there in front of their audience, right, by kind of basing off these principles. So what does it mean to engineer your business momentum? Momentum is probably the greatest thing in business, okay? It is that point where everything starts to compound on itself, where, yes, you have to put in the effort, yes, you have to do the work, do the research, right, the things that we've already talked about, but this is really the fun part because as I've already kind of alluded to, Romeo and I build our business off of, again, sorry about the cats, off of systems online. What does that mean? We drive traffic through different kind of platforms, like social media platforms, through our blogging platform, and what we do is we compound that traffic more and more and create this business momentum where new people are coming into our business every day, right? People that are our core audience that we know can benefit from our products, right? and our audience starts to grow, and it grows off of itself, right? In any business, right? Whether it's online or offline, obviously you need that kind of momentum in order for things to start to move and take off, right? You need a constant flow and an increased flow of customers, right? It's not like this is something that this is kind of like that make it or break it point in business, right? And this is what we focus on within our tribe. This is what, you know, the kind of training that we go through together in order for all of us to be able to continue to engineer that business momentum where our business actually starts to grow, where we can't even stop it from growing anymore. It starts to kind of take a life of its own, and that's a really cool thing to experience, and that's why I say it's the most fun part, right? This is the part that I really enjoy the most. So moving on to the last slide, and this is like, you know, this is that kind of final piece, right? As your business is growing, as you're creating this momentum, now the focus is always going to remain on building relationships, right? Lawrence talked about this in the very beginning, and it means that, you know, we all are consumers, right? And we know the experience of buying something, right? And usually when we buy something, I hope you want to buy it, right? Whether you're buying food, whether you're buying clothes, whether you're buying a car or a house, a product or service, whatever it is, right? And think of that, you know, that feeling that when you buy something, why do you buy something? Well, probably because you trust the company, right, or the person selling. You feel like you can go to them and you can buy from them. Well, this is what we establish from our brand, right? This is how you establish a brand online, by creating kind of that environment where people feel comfortable to buy from you. And how do you do that? You develop relationships, right? So our content, right, like as Lawrence was saying, you know, we create videos, we do different posts online where people can start to get to know us. And this is what we all do, right? This is kind of like the front end part of the brand. You know, I've been saying that the business is you, and I want to really reiterate that, because, you know, I also see a lot of people try to market where they constantly try to lead more with products, like certain businesses, for example, or a certain product, or features, things like that, right? But this is not, you know, people are looking for something a little bit different, a little bit bigger. They're looking for a feeling. They're looking for how it'll actually benefit their life, right? You know, and this is kind of the angle that you go from when you're marketing, right? And I'm talking from personal experience here from our business model, right? We have to be able to establish that kind of relationship where, you know, we lead with what we can offer people through the value we provide, and we endorse these products because we know that they can help someone get closer to their dream, right? Because it's allowed us to do that. And, you know, kind of the second aspect of this is staying committed to your vision, right? We start with vision, right? We started the presentation with vision, and vision is what has to kind of stand the test of time. You know, I've seen so many people that, again, I've been mentioning that maybe they don't start with a vision, and it becomes kind of like this yo-yo thing, you know, where they kind of jump around from different things, and there's almost maybe a feeling like they're lost. And it's not because there's lack of, you know, good products out there or lack of good ideas. It's just that you have to really find that internal vision in yourself, right? And know what you want. I mean, know what do you want your life to look like, right? What do you want your business to look like? And then commit to it, right? There are going to be waves. There are going to be challenges, right? But your vision, which is like your why, it is why you get into business. You know, what is the ultimate reason you are in business? You know, Romeo and I, we got into this because we wanted to completely unplug from our life before. From like the 9 to 5, we felt really trapped. We wanted to travel. We wanted to, you know, we loved this idea of having time freedom and being location independent, you know, just having an internet connection, like you know, Lauren said, we're in the jungle, right? And I get to build a business and kind of live the life that I want. And this was our vision, right? And now, how can we kind of bring that message out into the world and help those that maybe are looking for the same thing, right? That was our core message. So this is how it all ties in together. And my vision is so strong for our life that it's helped us to continue to go through. Whereas I have seen many people close their doors, right? Big companies open and close all the time. And, you know, people kind of come and go from different companies thinking that it's just the company, that the company is going to take them through to whatever it is that they want. But it always starts with you, right? Of course, stand behind products that you believe in, that you know are beneficial, but it always comes down to you. So, you know, I'm going to say this is, you know, that last really important foundational key to building a brand online and being able to explode it, because this is how it happens. This is how momentum is built up, and momentum is what, you know, is gonna create that fun business that I'm talking about, that I'm experiencing. It's incredible. So I know the next slide was gonna bring out Lawrence, and Lawrence, you know, I'm grateful for him for sharing. I've had a lot of coffee today, so the next slide is a picture of Lawrence, so we can just go to that. And then the slide after that, where's my my husband with the slides? You see, the funny thing is Romeo's in Toronto right now. He's renewing his passport, so we're kind of like on different parts of the world, and he's the one leading the slide presentation. There we go. So as I mentioned, you know, we have these amazing panelists on here, and we call this the Pura Vida Project Leadership Tribe. This is the tribe we work with. This is a secret community we have that is full of the most amazing people that I have literally ever met, and it's really, you know, crazy. It's like they're family for me, and they're all over the world. It's really cool. But we all work together, and we endorse the same system, the same products, right? Lawrence mentioned at the beginning, it's Empower Network, and the business system that we use for it is iPass2. You can check it out below. There's a link there. You know, I'll give you more information about that at the end of the presentation. But we all endorse the same products, the same company, right? But on the front end, we are all building our own brand, right? And I'm going to show you that with these stories. I'm going to bring these people out and kind of show you a little bit, you know, into our community, into what we do, and how we work together, because there's, you know, you won't find it on Facebook. It's secret. It's just, you know, it's too awesome to be public. So if you want in, you know, you can get in by joining our business. So I'm going to bring out, the first person is Myra. So there's another next slide. Myra Beck. Myra, you know, we've known each other for just a few months, right? Maybe since beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. And I've seen you just do incredible things, you know, from like just bringing in so many new members and being on the leaderboards, and kind of, you know, I've seen you spark. It's like the spark has come out in you, and you're just like freaking on fire. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so excited for you. So I would love for you to come out kind of and share a little bit about your story, your experience before, your experience now, and, you know, how you feel about this, about branding and all of these things.
Okay. So this is when I click on my photo, right? Okay. Well, I made notes because I'm sometimes long-winded. Like, I've been trying to do my 100 videos in 72 hours, and it's been going really slow because I'm very long-winded. When you're passionate about things, it's really hard to, like, make it a minute to 3 minutes long. So I made some notes. So, you know, I'm from Cypress, Texas. That's just northwest of the Houston area, of Houston, Texas. And, you know, I dabbled in network marketing for a lot of years. Like, I don't know exactly how many years, but maybe about 20 years or so. I'm kind of giving my age away, but I dabbled a lot of years for the discounts, or, you know, I was a cheerleader for the people who were actually making things happen. And I wanted to, you know, I wanted to rank up, and I wanted to earn more when I was in those companies, but I had no clue what was missing, how to do it. So, you know, when I found Empower, I was just, I think I've kind of skipped around, but when I found Empower, I'm like, this is different. This is good, you know, because in late 2012, I finally started getting serious about this industry, and I'm like, okay, I know what it is now. I read the book The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I did a video on that today recommending that book, because if you haven't read that book, you really need to. It really changed my life. It started making me think outside the box, and it started me on a path of, you know, financial freedom that I didn't know excuse me, that I could even have. So it was really exciting to me to, you know, to find that. So again, a couple years ago, almost 3 years ago now, in October, I started looking at this industry in a different way, a way to, you know, to keep me home with the kids, to get my husband home with the kids, to start traveling, to, you know, to be the things I never thought were possible for me. So when I found Empower, I was like so pleasantly surprised, because I had been gurued to death in this industry. You know, I'd bought every shiny object and listened to all the, you know, the magical tools that are going to help me to, you know, grow my business or to be successful. So when I figured out what it really was, and how Empower and iPass, you know, how these two systems have everything I needed, then I'm like, okay, this is my forever home. This is my last rodeo. So here I am. So I think, you know, I made notes, but I got long-winded again. But I think that's really it. I just, you know, since joining this tribe, I mean, the tribe is, you know, just the tribe alone, just the word, you know you're in a community of people who care about you. And I've bothered all of you to death about questions and how to do things, and because I knew that I wanted to make something with this company. I knew this wasn't just a discount kind of thing for me. I knew that this was, you know, a lifelong company for me. So really excited. And, you know, I've you know, Brandon and Rochelle, they've gotten lots of emails and Facebook messages from me, you know, how do I do this? You know, what's this mean? You know, so y'all have been awesome, and it's such a great supportive group, and I love being here, and I can't wait to get all my friends and family and people I don't even know yet to come with me.
That is awesome, Myra, and I absolutely love working with you and being able to, you know, just be on this journey with you, right? And kind of as I mentioned, you are, you know, you have this presence online that I think is just incredible, and, you know, like showing in this this image, like you have your message, and you're building off of this really powerful vision, and I think it's just really, really inspiring. So I'm so excited about everything.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Myra. So next, my Romeo's kind of like Vanna White. He's like, next slide. Except you can't see him. Next, I wanted to bring out an amazing woman, Hannah. Hannah, you know, I never actually asked you this. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. And I never actually really attempted it. I think I like attempted it in my head, but I never actually tried to say it out loud because it's like long and I don't know how to pronounce it. And I don't know if a lot of people know, but my actual full name is Katarzyna. It's not Kat. Kat is short. Anyway, Hannah, you know, we've been online friends like on Facebook for a while, but we didn't really get to know each other until this year, like the past few months, right? And it's really, was it like January or February that we really started to work together, and it's been incredible to watch your journey. You know, I've seen you just same thing, like do incredible things, like be on leaderboards and get crazy freaking views on your videos, and like get so much engagement and stuff with everything you're doing. And it really is also because you're leading with such a strong brand. I mean, you can see Hannah's message and her mission statement just in this, like in this image, in this picture. So thank you, Hannah, for being on. I'd love to just pass it over to you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Kat. I didn't make any notes, so this is completely improvised. I think I come from a pretty different background in the sense that, you know, I never did any sort of like network marketing or any sort of, I didn't really dabble in business before this. I've never even worked a 9-to-5 job, to be honest. Like, I kind of came from university. I did a business degree, and, you know, I knew that I wanted to do something with business, and I was really attracted to entrepreneurship, but I just didn't know where to start, how to begin. I did a lot of traveling, and then I basically moved from Toronto, that's where I'm from, to Australia, and I started a new life here, and I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I tried to find a job. I couldn't get a job, at least not the kind I wanted, because I was very picky. And I think this kind of goes a little bit back to my personal development journey, which sort of started about 2 years ago, and this is actually how Kat and I met, was through another community that was all about teaching you how to, create your reality and manifest your dreams and all of that. So that's when I really started to think really big about what I wanted to create in my life. And I knew that, for what I wanted, a job in the corporate world just wasn't going to cut it. I was going to need to go out on my own and do something that was as big as my vision that I had for myself. Right? So I was really, really lost when I first got here to Australia. I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And I kind of saw what Kat and Romeo were doing online, and again, it was their brand that really stood out to me. They were traveling, living in Costa Rica. I had been doing a lot of traveling myself, and so I just kind of reached out to them and was like, I want to do what you're doing, and I had no idea what that was. I didn't know it was Empower Network or whatever. I didn't know anything about systems or marketing, but I just kind of dived into it, and it's been an incredible journey. Going from having no experience and not knowing literally anything about systems or online marketing or any of that, and being able to learn that and infuse it with my brand and what I'm really passionate about has been really, really cool. And we're talking about branding, right, which I think is why my story is a little bit unique. So we have, obviously, the products, which is what has been teaching me all of these techniques and stuff, right? And it's cool because you're learning from the products, and then you can actually use them in your business, apply them, and make money from them at the same time. So that's pretty cool. But what's even more cool than that is because you're building your brand, it's actually not even limited to just the products. You can do anything once you have a built brand online. And that's what I've been able to do. Being in a new country, right, I really wanted to connect with entrepreneurs here and join this world, right? And so that's what I did. I started networking, and some of the education that I got and some of the tools that I've been using, I started to share that with fellow entrepreneurs, and I started to work with other entrepreneurs to help them brand themselves online. And through that, I've been able to actually get offered different contracts with entrepreneurs, doing work with them. So now I'm like, fully self-employed. I'm working with entrepreneurs here, and I'm, continuing to build my brand online and selling the products because I know that, they're really amazing, and it's really that foundation that, for people who are starting out or don't even know anything about online marketing, and even for entrepreneurs who have built part of their business but don't really know how to brand themselves online, it's just like these products are second to none for sure. And in terms of being part of this tribe, I think it's been really incredible for me because obviously, like with any entrepreneur, you go through phases, right? It's like a roller coaster. My first few months were quite difficult, and I had some low points, and just having the people here like Kat, Myra, and everyone else just to talk with and to give me advice and to keep me inspired and motivated has just been such a blessing. So yeah, I think that's about it.
That is awesome, Hannah. Thank you so much. It's been, like I said before, I mean, it's pretty amazing, like, what you have done. And I love, too, that, because we all kind of come from different backgrounds here, right? Like, Romeo and I actually didn't have experience in network marketing before. We were kind of coming at it from purely what we read in the 4-Hour Work Week and coming at it from, like, kind of like an affiliate marketing standpoint and kind of wanting to, like, exactly like you mentioned, build a brand where we can do anything with it, right? And it really is, that's why it's so important what you lead with, right? You lead with your own value, your own message, your vision, and Empower allows you to do that. It gives you the voice while being able to learn the skills of being able to grow, right? So, I mean, that's awesome. It's been really awesome to see you just, like, transform and, like, do these amazing things. So congratulations. And I wanted to bring out our last guest tonight, Robert. So I don't know, Robert, what time it is there. I know you're like a hardcore trooper coming on here because, as I mentioned, we're all over the world. So Robert is, he's actually more, because we want to show kind of different aspects of this journey. Robert is a little bit newer, and he's kind of a newer member of our tribe. And he's already, doing really awesome things. So I want to bring him out and get him to kind of share his story. Robert, if you can come out I'd appreciate that. I think you're muted still.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, I can hear you. So if you wanted to share a little bit about your story and a little bit about your background and your experience so far.
Okay. Can you hear me now? It's okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hi, hello. Good evening, I think, to most of you, Ms. Kat, Ms. Hannah, and Ms. Myra, and to everyone who's watching this video. Anyway, yeah, my name is Robert. I'm currently residing here in Doha, Qatar, as an overseas Filipino worker, together with my 3 kiddos and 1 wife, of course. And yeah, and I'm from Philippines. Okay, basically we we were able to see this family, this I mean this tribe, when my wife was laid off last June, just June last month. I mean June 2015, because of some corporate restructuring. So we're looking for something to augment our finances, because my father-in-law is having dialysis. It's like very expensive. So we really have to make some sort of money to do it, to finance our needs. And of course, we have kids that going to school, and we have a baby. And this basically lead us to Kat and Romeo, to this family. And it is really basically, I watch a lot of videos in YouTube, in Google. I search a lot, and I don't know. I think saw some other videos from uh, iPass and Empower Network, but I don't the brand that Miss Kath and Romeo. I mean, I saw them. I saw the uniqueness. I saw the what do you call this, the uniqueness, their heart for being there. Miss Cat speaks from her soul. Basically, this is what I saw. This is what I hear. This is what I feel. So it's basically the reason why we are here. We are in this family right now. So I am very thankful. It's been like a month, I think, now, but we lost our internet. So so I'm very thankful to be part of this family. This tribe, this family is a sort of a nursery for me, like a nursery telling me how to do the alphabet, to write numbers, to write the alphabet, to learn things. It's like a family that I'm still a baby and crawling, and ask me how to walk, to crawl, to walk, and maybe to run later on. So I'm actually exposed on multi-level marketing, or for network marketing offline, for like I'm 18 years since 18 years old. So, but this is the first time I'm online. So it was like a new thing to me. But I mean, networking is an old thing for me. So, so it's great. It's great to have a father and a mother, what I call Miss Cat and Romeo, who had the leadership, the aspirate, being an inspiration for all of us here. Even Miss Hannah, Miss Myra is inspiration to everybody here in this tribe, in this family, and I'm very thankful about that. And of course, Mr. Lawrence. Actually, I saw his videos most of the time as well, because I'm following him, and it's really amazing. And actually, for me, my vision uh, is actually to spend more time with my kids and my wife, because it's been like more than a decade now that I've been working from 4:30 in the morning. I have to wake up to prepare my kids to school. Then I have to mostly come back from the office like 8 o'clock in the evening. So I really like totally don't have enough time for my kids to play with them, because this is the crucial time for them, because they're kids. I am their mentor, but they're not spending time with their mentor. They're spending time with other people, with the school or whatever. So I want to spend more time with them during the time when they're still kids, because later on they will hang out to anyone, to their own friends. So with my family, so, and to be part of the community, for example, to volunteer to those people anywhere in the world, especially in the Philippines, to be part of the community, to build the community. And this community, this company, if our network iPass, is I saw the vision that they could help me in order to attain a vision to our family's concern, to our family's uh, whatever I really wanted to happen. Because we need time, of course, and we need money, resources, and this is it. And this is the main thing. And this family, and this company give technicalities, technical know-how that you don't need to actually to learn. It's there. You just have to brand yourself. You just have to really go out there and learn. To communicate and to build relationship with other people, and it's really nice. I mean, being in this tribe, being in this family, it's really a good support group in order for you to keep going on. Because sometimes we feel low, we feel down, and someone to tap your back. Hey, you can do it. Go ahead, run, or just move, even a little bit. Just move. And this that one I'm very very thankful of. And of course, thank you so much, Miss Kat, for the leadership. Thank you, Romeo, for everything, for the technicalities. It's quite actually for me. It's quite hard because these are the first time I really learned those things. It's new things for me, and I just want to introduce you to my wife. This is my wife. Hello, that's him. That's her. Sorry. So yeah. So basically, for all those people, maybe watching this video, to all those, you have your own vision as well. You have your own aspirations in life. You have your own heart's desire. And this family, this company, or this organization is one of the best vehicle out there to help you to enable for you to reach that goal, to reach that heart desire, to achieve it. So anyway, I'm very happy. So if you will be here, you'll be happier than now. So I thank you, Miss Kath, Miss Hannah, Miss Myra, for being here, and thank you for all those watching here. Well, I think that's it. That's it.
Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you so much for sharing your vision as well. The first time we talked on the phone, and I wanted to show, if you could actually go back to Romeo's screen, I wanted to show Robert's Facebook fan page, the Fab Fam, right? And it's really about family, right? Robert shared his vision of, what he wants for him and his family, right? Spend more time with his family, and even a larger vision in that he wants to build communities in the Philippines, right? And this is what I'm talking about, right? Like this vision, that's what this is about. This is, exactly like Robert said, following your heart's desire, right? Following your dreams. The biggest dreams you can think of, follow them. And it all ties in. And the amazing thing is that, we get to create these, what is a brand really, right? It's like your message. It's you. And unlike, the examples I gave, for example, of like a McDonald's or of a Nike, we know those as companies, but they all started with somebody's vision, right? They all started with someone having an idea and growing that idea, right? And what we get to do here is we get to establish a vision and a company, kind of like our own brand, based off our own vision and dream, and we get to promote a company that allows us to learn how to be able to get this vision out there and how to be able to help people do the same thing and learn these skills, technical skills, plugging in with the community, right? We've been talking about community a lot here, and it's important, right? Doing anything like this, like going out into kind of this entrepreneurship kind of world, it's not an easy thing to do alone, right? In fact, I would just not recommend it. It's going to be difficult, and it's because we all do go through different phases. We all do go through challenges, and having someone there and having a group there and having a, kind of like a place to go to where that that everyone in the group is kind of on the same path. Everyone has their own dream, but everyone is headed towards that dream, right? We're kind of all walking together here. And so, I'm blessed like every day, and I just feel so grateful every day to be able to work with these amazing people and so many more people, that we don't even have here. We'll probably do future hangouts where we bring out more stories and continue to share the value here. As I mentioned, we have these hangouts at 6 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. And sometimes we do trainings, sometimes we talk about mindset, and today was that kind of special thing that I wanted to put together, because I think that this is kind of like kind of like the basis of how to kind of get started and how to kind of build that business, right? Build that business momentum. So we've all mentioned it on the Hangout. You know, the company that we promote is Empower Network. They have information products that teach us about online marketing. This is where Romeo and I have learned. And we use a system called iPass2, which is actually merging with Empower, but it's a business marketing system that helps us to reach our audience. So that's what it is in a nutshell. You can click on the link below and it'll take you over to a video where it actually explains everything about iPass. And that's actually how you can get started in our community. You know, if you've been watching us for a while or this is the first time, you know, we're all just ourselves, right? As you can see, we're all a little bit different. We're from all over the world, and yet we're so united in what we're doing. And this is kind of what we're kind of letting you into that world. We're letting you into this very exclusive place where, you know, I kind of guard with my life, right? This is a very important community to us. And so, you know, I'm just going to ask Romeo to go to the last slide, and I'm just going to tell you to click the link below. Find out more information there, and, you know, if you want, you can definitely message any one of us on the panel, whoever it is that invited you to the Hangout. So again, thank you so much for coming on. You know, thank you so much to Hannah, Myra, Robert, Lawrence, Romeo. You know, Romeo's kind of, he has worse internet than me. I don't know how that's possible that, you know, he's in Canada, but I'm super excited to have a really good internet connection here in Costa Rica. And I'm gonna, you know, here's my cat.
Cute cat.
I have a lot of cats. So click the link and check it out, and thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week on next week's Hangout. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming on. As we say in Costa Rica, Pura Vida.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.